Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the sports world lately: Argentina's recent behavior on the global stage, both in football and rugby. And honestly, it's a topic that's got me thinking a lot about sportsmanship, national pride, and where the line is drawn. So, here's the deal: after some pretty controversial incidents involving Argentina's teams, all eyes are now on the Pumas as they face the Springboks this weekend. But this isn't just another match, it's a moment of reckoning. First off, let's talk about the hook here. Why does this matter? Well, because Argentina's actions in both football and rugby have raised serious questions about how they handle pressure, defeat, and even victory. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is the contrast between the two sports. Rugby has this reputation for discipline and respect, right? What the referee says is the last word, as Federico Mendes, the Pumas legend, puts it. But then you see players like Tomás Albornoz physically confronting a referee, and it's like, what's going on here? In my opinion, this isn't just about a few bad apples, it's about a broader cultural moment for Argentinian sports. Now, let's break it down. The football team's behavior after the World Cup Final was, frankly, shocking. Parading with a banner about the Falkland Islands? Altercations involving players and coaches? It felt like they crossed a line from passion into something more toxic. And then, just days later, the rugby team against England, cheap shots, booing the anthem, and that whole debacle with the referee. One thing that immediately stands out is how these incidents happen back to back. It's not just a one-off, it's a pattern. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about losing gracefully, it's about how a nation's sports culture reflects its values. If you take a step back and think about it, Argentina's passion for sports is incredible, but where do you draw the line between passion and disrespect? Federico Mendes, who's been there and done that, including getting sent off as a teenager, offers a really insightful perspective. He talks about how rugby is about self-reflection and improvement. Personally, I think that's a great point, but it also raises a deeper question: can Argentina's teams actually learn from these mistakes? Mendes mentions the referee incident with Bautista Delgui's try, and while he hints at potential referee errors, he still emphasizes the need for self-control. What this really suggests is that even when you feel wronged, there's a way to handle it, and physical confrontation isn't it. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Argentina's sporting reputation has taken a hit, no doubt. But what's fascinating is how this plays into the global perception of the country. I've toured Argentina, and the warmth and passion of their fans are unmatched. But one week in July has tarnished that image. Is it fair? Maybe not entirely, but it's the reality. And here's where it gets even more interesting: the Springboks match this weekend isn't just a warm-up for their series against New Zealand, it's a test of whether Argentina can reset and show the world they've learned something. From my perspective, this match is about more than rugby. It's about redemption, about proving that those incidents were anomalies, not the norm. But here's the thing: South Africa isn't just any team. They're the world champions, with a scrum that's practically unstoppable. If Argentina thinks they can just show up and turn things around, they're in for a rude awakening. What makes this really intriguing is the pressure they're under. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about how they play the game. A detail I find fascinating is how Mendes compares rugby and football cultures in Argentina. He says football is like a religion, and I get that. But rugby, he argues, has a different set of values. Personally, I think that's a key point. Rugby's emphasis on respect and discipline should, in theory, make it easier for Argentina to bounce back. But will they? That's the million-dollar question. If they can't control themselves against the Springboks, it's not just their rugby reputation that's on the line, it's their entire sporting identity. So, as we head into this match, I'm not just watching for the rugby. I'm watching for the story it tells. Can Argentina rise above the controversy? Will they show the world that those incidents were a blip, not a trend? In my opinion, this is one of those moments where sports become more than just a game. It's about character, about resilience, and about how a nation responds when its values are questioned. And honestly, I can't wait to see how it unfolds. What do you think? Is this Argentina's chance to redeem themselves, or is the damage already done? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.